Hi, my name is Stephanie Carbonneau. I teach middle school French in York, Maine. I want students to push themselves and try to level up, but do that in a pace and in a manner that is natural. And by reflecting at the end of class or at the end of a week or before they even take a summative, that provides them the opportunity to grow because there's more growth in, I believe, the reflection than the assessment itself. So every day I put up the target, and that's probably the only English the students will hear or see in my room. And I will refer to it often as we move from activity to activity so they have an idea of what we're doing. Before they leave class, there's often an exit ticket, or sometimes I have them put their head, hide themselves and show me, by fingers, how well they think they met that daily learning target. Sometimes they fill out a slip. I also have students periodically within a unit. I give them all of the I-CANs for the unit up front, and they will date the paper with a color and then check off all the I-CANs. I can teach someone how to do this. I can do this with help. I still can't do this yet. And they will go through the I-CAN statements, and we will do that 2 or 3 times during the unit. And our goal is by the summative that they have moved all of their marks over to the I could teach someone this, or I can do this with confidence. And by keeping it in different colors, the kids can see their growth. They can see from 2 weeks in, they were still on, I can't do this yet, or I can do this with help. And that the next time they've moved over. And I think the colors really pop for the kids. Well, with having that growth mindset, they're going to make the progress. But I also have them, when they receive their feedback from me, when they do the reflection forms, they also will write an action step, what they're going to do the next time they have a summative or the next time they do a task like this to level up. I give them, because it's middle school, we have a bank of choices. So, they can pick from a bank of choices, and we evaluate the next time they do the summative, did they do what they said they were going to do on their pieces of work. And a lot of kids are often very surprised that they forgot what they wrote, or that they actually did it, and now they pick a new way to meet the standard or the goal. Start small. Maybe start with getting them to reflect daily or even weekly on the targets that you set for that week, with exit tickets or, thumbs up, some kind of dipsticking way to assess. Like today, my students did a task where they were interviewing each other to find out who had the birthday the farthest from today's date. And at the end, I had them on the bottom of the task where they collected all of this other classmates' answers. I had them evaluate themselves on the target. Were they able to do this? And how do they feel about that? And I collected the papers. It's not something I'm going to enter as a grade, but it's something I can tell from that day. I looked them over. I know that next week, most of them still aren't comfortable with using numbers and giving that kind of information. So that's something I'm going to have to bring back next week. So I would start small and doing it on either a daily or a weekly goal. I would also then encourage them to move on to looking at evaluating, having students set goals for a week or for a month, and then evaluating whether or not they make those goals. Starting small with daily, weekly, then moving to maybe a unit reflection, and then from there moving on to a year. And you can even start after 2 quarters, starting to say, okay, we've got 2 more quarters left of the year. Let's set a goal, go through the whole type of thing, start collecting the evidence. You don't need to start in September if it's too daunting, but I would definitely start with a daily or a weekly reflection.